Hi guys, Grant Richardson here. In this video I'm going to share with you some simple grammar mistakes that I often hear from Chinese candidates of the IELTS. These mistakes are fairly simple, so this video would perhaps target those who are trying to improve their score from 5 or 5.5. For each mistake, I'll give you an example sentence with the mistake in it, and then I'll pause to give you a chance to try to find the mistake yourself. Then I'll give you a correct example, followed by an explanation about why the mistake is a mistake. Depends on different person. It depends on the person. In this sentence, we need the word the in front of person because person is singular and countable. So we use the definite article, the. And we need the word it in front of depends because in English we don't start a sentence without a subject. So we don't start with depends, unless you're speaking to a friend in very casual English. In that case, it would be acceptable. But generally, we start with a subject, and if there's no subject, then we often use it, which has no meaning. And we use this in other sentences related, for example, to the weather, it's sunny today, or the time, it's 6 p.m. Yes, recently in Hong Kong, there have a lot of cooking shows on TV. Yes, recently in Hong Kong, there are a lot of cooking shows on TV. In English, for the simple present tense, we never say there have. We always say there is or there are. And by the way, when you're speaking, we often use contractions, so it would be there's and there. No, I'm not enjoy dancing. No, I don't enjoy dancing. Enjoy is a verb, so we don't use am in front of a verb unless it's in the present continuous tense, such as I'm learning to dance. We do use am with adjectives, for example, I'm happy, or with nouns, for example, I'm a student. So don't say I am enjoy or I am not enjoy. You need to say I enjoy or I don't enjoy. I normally go to flower market. I normally go to the flower market. In English, there are many places that people go to that normally start with the definite article the. For example, the beach, the mountains, the cinema, the theatre, the library, the zoo, the backyard, the attic, the basement, the cricket, the desert, the coast, the surf, the ocean, the beach. Have I said the beach? In general, the definite article the means we know which one we're talking about, or there's only one. Historically, there were many places that there was only one of in the city. For example, there was only one cinema or one theatre, there was only one library, there was only one park perhaps, and we've kept the word the in front of these words even though there may be many of those things in a city these days. For example, we've got many cinemas in Hong Kong, but we still use the expression, I'm going to the cinema, or the movies. It's not completely wrong to say, go to a beach, but most people would expect to hear, go to the beach. Yes, when I'm back home from school, I like to play computer games. Yes, when I get back home from school, I like to play computer games. In English, back is not a verb, so you can't say, when I back home. However, back can form part of a phrasal verb, for example, get back or go back. I once visited the ruins of an ancient castle in Japan. My friend brought me there. Bought is the past tense of buy. The correct word is brought, which is the past tense of bring. Buy does not have an R, so its past tense also does not have an R, bought. But bring does have an R, so its past tense has an R, brought. I like food which it can keep me healthy. I like food which can keep me healthy. Here, the candidate is using which to define what type of food they like. The problem is not with the word which, but it's with the word it after which. It's not necessary to say it after the relative pronoun which. If you will study English, I think you should make friends with foreigners who speak English. If you study English, I think you should make friends with foreigners who speak English. Sentences with the word if are known as conditionals, and this type is called the first conditional, and it has the following basic structure. If plus infinitive, which is also called the base form of the verb, comma, then, which is optional, plus a modal verb, such as will or should or could or can, plus infinitive. Here's another example. If you practice speaking English every day, you will improve your fluency. So those are just some of the mistakes that I often hear from students of the IELTS, particularly Chinese learners of English. If you have any questions, or if you know of any other common mistakes made by candidates of the IELTS, particularly Chinese candidates or candidates from any other country, please feel free to leave a comment. And until my next video, 加油!